There's several things that are allowable expenses to the IRS, and there's certain things that are not allowable. So as long as I can justify and back up the expenses as allowable expenses with the IRS, then that's more beneficial for the client. We had a client that we were meeting with, we were trying to figure out to do a payment plan or an offer in compromise, and there was money that we couldn't account for on the bank statements. We were trying to figure out where his money was going. And as we got to know the individual, we found out that his wife had MS. So that's where the money was going. And he never even thought to tell us that. But as we got to know him and started talking to him, and we could relate that my mother has MS, and I knew that when he said the drug that his wife was on, I knew how expensive it was. So that's where all the individual's money was going. It was going to take care of his wife. But he never even thought of that as being an issue until we started talking to him on a more personal basis to try to figure out exactly what was going on with his finances. In that situation, the individual was a doctor, so he was a high earner. However, medical expenses are allowable expenses with the IRS. So I had to account for a very large chunk of money that was going missing every month. Once I figured out that it was going to pay for the prescriptions for his wife, all you have to do then is get a printout of his co-pays and what he's spending each month at the pharmacy. So when I complete the financial statement for the client, I was able to reduce his monthly income by an allowable expense, which was the prescriptions that he was paying for his wife, which is an allowable expense per the IRS. IRS Help is a business that helps people with IRS and state tax problems. We have hundreds of years of combined experience in handling IRS issues. We know where to look, and we know how to get to the bottom of the case.